Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost over 200 pounds without surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. Welcome back everyone. I am so glad you came to check in on me on week 3 of my mini cuts series. This was the end of my first week of my 2-week cut that I am doing right now. I am actually using the Lumen device to determine my carb level for the day. I was using it for my whole macros, but this week I decided I would do just the carb level. So based on what it tells me every morning, I decide how many carbs I'm going to have for the day. The Lumen kept me mostly in the 30 carb range all week with a couple of 45 carb days. Of course, on Easter, I did what the heck I wanted to do. And so that is reflected in the data this week. I did eat some sugar. I did track everything that I ate that day, and I'm definitely still paying for it when it comes to the scale and all of that. So it has been 3 weeks since my vacation, and on my vacation I put on quite a bit of water weight as well, and I still have not quite been able to shake that. As far as how things went this week, exercise-wise, I got all my dance classes in, but I did not do any lifting. I did not lift the chicken bucket or do a chicken bucket workout this week. I did do some tricep dips, and that is literally all of the muscle work that I did this week. I have just been... energy level is low, and so it is hard for me to try and keep those muscle strengthening things up when I'm struggling on the struggle bus, as you can imagine. So the thing is that mentally I keep telling myself, this is ridiculous. You shouldn't be feeling so hungry, so miserable, so tired, so exhausted, whatever. You're doing all your electrolytes, you're mostly staying in ketosis, you are doing what you've done a million times, and you're eating 400 calories more than what you've done in the past. And I think it's just, I've brought my metabolism up, and my body just takes more effort to, takes more energy to run itself, and I think that that's the reason that it's really, really hard for me to do. So needless to say, I'm going to go ahead and put, I think I have 3 clips for you guys for exercise so I can be accountable to you guys. And I will say my steps were up. I was almost 7,000 on my steps this week, which is about 2,000 up from normal. So I was a lot more active this week with other things than I was just with my regular exercise. So there is that. And so I'm going to show you those clips, and then I'll be right back with you. there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Did that little warm up with my girls at the end. That was this last Friday. We are still working on our competition dances. My one daughter has broken her foot and is out for the season. It's really sad. So I only have the 3 of them with me this time. Instead of 4. So all in all, I'm still pretty pleased with my exercise this week. I really did push through, even though I had a hard time. So my goal calories this week was supposed to be 1,700, and I really struggled to hit that. I tried doing 1,630, which is what the Lumen wanted me to do, and I absolutely couldn't do that before, and so I decided I would try and hit 1,700 and see how that would go. For the most part, it wasn't horrible, but I always found myself at the end of the night just kind of like chomping at the bit for something extra. In fact, last night it was so severe that I was really frustrated. I ate my last meal early. I wasn't planning to originally. I ate like 7:30, and by like 10:30, 11 o'clock, I was literally like feeling like I wanted to eat everything in the house. Rather than do that, I actually went downstairs and got an entire package of Winky Jello, and I ate all 12. Literally just packed my stomach full of Jello. And I thought, you know what, if I'm going to eat something and I need to eat a lot of it, that's the least damaging thing that I could put in my stomach. It was not super satisfying because it's not what I wanted to eat, but it definitely helped me with that mental thing. And I just keep thinking to myself, wow, I am struggling. I am really struggling with this. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm going to keep on going. So my plan is to go out the rest of this week, at least until Friday. I might do some higher days on the weekends. But if I still feel like this, I just don't know if I'm going to push it very hard. I am not highly motivated to lose weight. I really just want to see my numbers go back to normal where they were right before vacation and be happy with that. The head does some weird things, guys. There's always some kind of mental battle that I am fighting on this journey. No matter how successful I am, I still feel helpless sometimes. And I know that you guys feel that way too. And that's why I am honest on this channel and let you guys know that it's not easy. It is not easy. Even at 1,700 calories for me, which 1,800 is supposedly my RMR. It's only 100 calories below my RMR, and I'm having a hard time. And I think maybe it's a mental thing too, because I really don't want to eat below my RMR, and I do want to cut some body fat, but I'm super worried about losing my muscle that I've built up. And of course, then I didn't even do the chicken bucket workout, which makes it even more possible to lose it. Sigh. Anyway, so let's go ahead and go over the calories for the week, so that you can kind of see. Like I said, my goal was 1,700, and I decided I would go by the Lumen's advice on what carb level I should do for the day based on how efficient I am at burning fats or carbs at the time. So basically, I was supposed to be at 30 net carbs most of the week. The last part of the week, it gave me more carbs. So I'm going to go ahead and share how successful I was. Let's start with Easter because it was a little bit insane. I hit 2,698 calories. And granted, that was supposed to be a diet break day, and so I do have that adding into here my cut, which is kind of going to throw off my average calories for the week, which is a bummer, but it is part of the week that I usually count, and it was the last day of my diet break. I did eat sugar, and I didn't eat very much protein. So my protein was 122 that day, and then my net carbs was 255. Fats were 114 that day. So everything was really, really high across the board for Easter. And of course, I did pay for it on the scale, which you guys will see in a minute. Then on Monday, I tried to really rein it back in, but still was chomping at the bit for something. Ended up eating a package of Behave gummy bears at the end of the day, an extra package. So instead of 1,700, hit 1,782. The next day, 1,752, which was a little bit closer, and then 1,731, which was even closer, and then I actually hit it at 1,701 on Thursdays, which is really, really good. Friday, I just seriously was chomping at the bit again and hit 1,866, and then yesterday, 1,799, which was the day I was supposed to make the video for you guys, but I was doing dance photography all day, and so I couldn't film it. So I am filming this on Sunday, even though I should be filming it on Saturday. And my videos are coming out late because this is my crazy season. I literally have something every single weekend for the rest of until June, till like the end of June. Like, it's insanity around here. So if you find my videos few and far between, please don't think that I'm forgetting about you. It's just a person can only do so much, and that is where I'm kind of sitting. So my average calories for the week was 1904, which is technically still a deficit, but not as good of a deficit as I would like to see. Now, of course, that did include a diet break. And I think if I didn't include the diet break, it would have been closer to my goal of 1700. But I'm going to go ahead and include that because it's part of my week. So my average protein for the week was 159, which is great because the Lumen wanted me to shoot for 156. And so I feel like I did pretty good, even though I had my low protein day, high sugar day on Easter. My carbs actually averaged at 71. So you can see that even though I had that huge high 255 day, because I had enough low days, 71 was my average for the week, which is pretty decent. My fats were at 90, which could be a little lower, but isn't too bad. So that is where I was sitting calorie-wise for the week. I'm not super disappointed, but you probably could tell by my energy level that I'm just kind of like frustrated with myself. I feel like in previous cuts, I've just had an easier time of it and the scale has cooperated more and I've just felt like more successful. And this time, I don't know, it's just not going very well. And maybe it's also because I'm planning to do it such a short amount of time. It just feels like it doesn't go by fast. I really don't know. But I wanted to try it because I really don't want to damage my metabolism after working so hard for so long to get it up here. I don't want to tank it. And so I really don't want to go back to doing 1300 calorie keto cut like I did last summer. If that's what you guys are wanting to try, I have a whole playlist. If you click on my regular channel icon and you go to the top, there's a place where it says videos. That's my most recent videos. And it says community. And that's where I post like community tab chat things, and then you'll see my playlist, and that's where all the playlists are. So if you're looking for specifically keto videos or specifically keto weight loss videos, all of that kind of thing is there. I know this is not necessarily a keto video anymore, but these updates are all about what's going on in my life, and this is my channel, so that's just kind of how it goes. So that all being said, let's get to the weigh-in and see how it went this week.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no. I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. But on my best life, yeah.
All right. So while it could have been better, it definitely could have also been worse. And so I can't beat myself up over what has already transpired. So the weights again were 177.2, which was Easter morning, and then 180.8, which was Easter. I mean, it could have been way worse than that, but that is like a 3-pound gain overnight, which kind of sucks. And then 180.4, 179.8, 176.8, 174.8, and then back up to 175.6 for an average of 177.9, which is up the 1.6 pounds that I had dropped last week. That's kind of a bummer. But I will say, since it is Sunday and I'm filming this today, that it was 172.6 today. So I think a lot of it is still water weight. I've definitely felt my joints are definitely feeling thick, and my ring has been really attached, and like I've had to loosen my Fitbit band and stuff like that because the water weight is just insane. And this is the week that I should be dropping water weight. I seem to be. So hopefully finally this is it, and we'll be able to see if I was actually capable of losing some weight, you know, or if this cut is just getting me back to where I started, which is fine too, because I definitely had my vacation and then Easter. And so things like that are always going to happen in our lives, and we got to plan for them and have plans. So that's just kind of how it's been. So anyway, that is how it's going for me. I hope everything is going well for you. If you are looking for more information on how you can get started on a keto way of eating in order to lose weight, I am over on Facebook, always answering questions and helping to coach as many people as I can through my Facebook group, Keto Chaos. And you can find the link to that also in the About section. In the About section, you will also find the links to all of the companies that have sponsored me and my channel, and links to discount codes for you to try all of the fun products that I use on this channel and in my life. And so if you're looking for that kind of thing, everything is available in the About section. So don't forget to check that out for all the ways you can support the channel. I'm definitely coming into an exciting time This week is another dance competition, and then next week is another clogging competition, and then the week after that is another big picture day weekend, and then the week after that is another big picture day weekend, and then after that is nationals, and then after that is staging rehearsal for my other studio, and after that, I think I might actually have, well, we're celebrating birthdays that weekend, and we've got a recital on Thursday, and then we're celebrating birthdays that weekend, and then that next Thursday, my daughter is getting married. Also, my other daughter is supposed to be baptized somewhere in the middle of all that. So wish me luck, you guys. I don't know how I'm going to make it through, but I'm nervous. I'm already running out of time to edit photos and to edit videos. I'm super far behind on my other channel, and that's just how it is going to be, and it's fine. I just keep telling myself everything is fine. It's going to be fine. If you don't get all the videos posted, people aren't going to panic, and it's too bad, but it's just kind of how it is right now, and I just have to accept things for how they are. So if you have been watching this whole thing and you are still here, thank you so much for being willing to listen to me all the way to the end of these videos. You are awesome, and I love you, and I appreciate your support so much, and I will talk to you again very soon.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing,